Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing very, very well today. I am really happy to see everybody, and I'm really grateful for all of the awesome comments that come from you guys. Thank you guys for encouraging me, not only on this channel, but also on my other channel too. Very, very grateful for all the love and support that you guys give. You know what? The camera looks a little bit crooked. Let me just fix that. Alright, looking a little bit better, I think. So, guys, I had a little bit of a different video for you today. I had somebody reach out and they asked me, Joe, number one, what was the size bracelet that you were wearing in the last video that I put up? So I'm going to give you a good idea about what that is. I'm going to show you that bracelet. And the next question was a little bit of a personal question. I've actually done a video on it in the past. I figured I'd do it a little bit different this time, a little bit more up close and personal, because I wasn't asked to showcase this from a distance. I was simply just asked, what is your everyday style? What do you do for your everyday wear? So that depends, and we'll get into what exactly I typically wear. So to start off, in the last video that I put out, I was actually wearing a 10.5 8-inch bracelet. As you can see here, this is a 10.5 inch 8-inch bracelet. Now, you might be wondering, well, maybe you're not, depends on your style, of course, but you might be thinking, isn't your wrist a little bit small for that? It is. I didn't want an 8-inch bracelet, but in this style, this was all I could find, so I picked the 8-inch up. You could always get it shortened if you wanted to, if you cared, but I really don't care. Just rock it like this, a little bit loose. That's fine, kind of falls over the hand, which is okay for me. It's not a big deal. But my wrist, in case you're wondering, this is an 8-inch bracelet. My wrist, guys, is 2 inches high and then 1.5 inches thick, okay? So 2 inches up and down and then 1.5 inches going like that. And this is an 8-inch bracelet. If you guys need me to showcase this, let me know. I don't think you do. You just simply asked what size that was to the awesome subscriber who asked. So there you go for that. Now, depending on the day, obviously depending on what I'm doing, where I'm going, you know, whatever, depending on my mood, I'm going to wear something different, okay? So a lot of the time, I'm rocking two very simple chains, but put together, they're pretty powerful enough for me, in my opinion. The first chain is a flat curb. I got this from Jacoje. Okay, this is a 5.5 millimeter flat curb at 20 inches in length. The second chain that I will typically pair with this one is the 5 millimeter curb, flat curb. Okay, this is also from Jacoje. But typically I'll pair these together so you have a 5 millimeter flat and then the a 5.5 millimeter flat with a 5 millimeter curb, and when you pair those together you get a pretty nice presence. But in my opinion, it's a little bit more classy than having like a 10 millimeter chain. You know, a 10 millimeter chain would be about this. I find it to be a little bit more classy when they're separated. So as you guys can see, this is it, rocking both of them together. They're both at 20 inches. I did that on purpose. Sometimes people like to have them kind of like staggered, but in my opinion, I like to have them like this. As you move, as you walk, they kind of break up, and as they break up, it reminds the person seeing you, it reminds you yourself that they're two separate chains. It has a little bit, in my opinion, again, for me, for my style, it has more of a classy look to me. It's less of a massive presence. It's less of a massive chain that might be a little bit overbearing. Just that simple little break. Every time you move, one of them swings like this. It's just a reminder that, hey, you have some nice stuff on you, but it's not overbearing. It's not too gaudy. It's not too much of anything. And if you had it layered, to me, you're also taking away from the fact that when they're the same size, they sit close together, and sometimes they give you that illusion of thickness until they move again. So I don't know if that makes sense, but what I'm trying to say is I don't particularly like when they're separate because it's less of an illusion of thickness, but I like when the thick illusion is sometimes broken up by the movement. I don't know if it's just me. Let me know in the comments if I make any sense ever. depending on the day, depending on what I want to do, this is my usual stack. Guys, I've had this for years, and I almost never take them off. Almost every day. I sleep with them, I shower with them, I do everything with them. This is my go-to 99.9% of the time. Now, depending on the circumstance, maybe I want something different. Sometimes with this stack, sometimes I will pair this particular chain, okay? This is I believe it's called a wave chain. If I remember correctly, I believe it's called a wave chain. I've showed it to you guys in the past. It has my Rooster pendant on it, okay? I love this Rooster pendant. Really, really awesome. I love Roosters. I went to Hawaii once with my wife. Absolutely loved Roosters, and I needed to get one. So I got one of these awesome things. I love it. It's super simple, super light, nothing crazy at all. It's not solid, it's hollow, but I absolutely love it, and it's on a 2mm wave chain, right? So sometimes, if depending on the mood, I will actually pair this with these with the 2mm wave chain. Now, the reason why I use the 2mm wave chain is because it can start to look a little bit crazy.
You're crazy, man. You're crazy.
And I can't pull off crazy. I can't do that. I don't want to. So sometimes I'll rock these two chains here inside the shirt. I'll have this maybe on the outside, or sometimes I'll have them hanging out together. And when they're hanging out together like this, and they're all kind of stacked up on one another, that's why I like to have this 2mm wave chain. Now, something else that I'll do, depending on the day, depending on, how the stars are aligning, sometimes I will rock the Rooster, right, with a 2.5mm curb. This is a 2.5mm curb that I love to rock the Rooster with. 2.5. But you know what's pretty awesome? Let me show you something real quick. When you compare the 2.5mm rope chain with the 2mm wave, there is such a huge difference, at least in my opinion, in thickness. See, here's the wave, and here is the rope. Such a huge difference. So close in size, but there's such a huge difference, at least in my opinion. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. But the reason why is because the rope is just a thicker chain, which is why I recommend to many of you guys to get ropes. Because if you want to spend less money, but you want more of a presence, ropes will do that for you. Very, very little money, but it will get you where you want to be as far as millimeters go very nicely. But sometimes, like I said, depending on how the day is, depending on what I'm wearing, sometimes I will rock just the Rooster. But if I'm not rocking these, and I have just the Rooster on, a lot of the time I'll throw the Rooster on the rope. When I combine the Rooster with these chains here, I like to have the thinner chain because I don't want to take away from these and I don't want it to look like too much. But when I'm not wearing these, I will wear just the rope with the Rooster. I feel like it's a good balance between, hey, look, he's got something nice on his neck, and nothing crazy at the same time. So I hope that makes sense. This is the Rooster on that rope that I was telling you about. As you can see, it's more of a presence, which is why I will rock this by itself a lot of the time. I don't typically combine the rope along with the with the curb or the flat, because I feel like it's just too much. Everybody's different. Me personally, I don't know. I like this better. Anyway, I appreciate you guys asking me what my daily wear is. I appreciate you guys asking what that bracelet was. I'm glad that you guys like it. I like it too. And I hope that this video was beneficial. I hope it was helpful to you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Let me know if you want to see anything in particular that maybe I can help you with. I do my best to get videos out for you guys when I can on specific things that you guys ask for. Certain things will take a little bit more time because obviously, it does cost money in order to produce what I am showing you guys. Whether if I have something already, I love to show it to you. If I don't, it may take me a little time to get it. If you like this content, guys, please feel free to subscribe. Please feel free to like. Please feel free to share and support this channel. And if you'd like, there's also a link in the description. If you do appreciate this channel enough, where you can contribute to this channel in a Buy Me a Coffee link. That will not only help me to continue to do this channel, continue to produce for you guys different videos with different products, but it'll also be able to show support on many different levels as far as audio, as far as camera goes. Thanks to support like from people like you, that I'm able to continue to produce and continue to try to do better and up my game for you guys for this educational purpose. Again, this was a different video. A lot of the time we're doing a from a distance video, but I figured since I've done a from a distance video on my typical stack already, I might as well just sit down and have a conversation with you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate it. Talk to you all soon. Be safe. I'll catch you guys at the next video.